Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So today we are going to tackle floors 61 through 70. And we're just going to keep going with our same team here. With this one, actually, since most of it's red, we're going to switch from Akoth to Yoshi and continue on. So, substituting Yoshi in there for Akoth. 5 minutes, 24 seconds on floor 61. Let's move on to floor 62. Where are we at? We're at green, so let's go back to Akoth and continue on. So there you go, just shy of 5 minutes, floor 62. Moving on to floor 63. So here we are, floor 63, 4 minutes even. Let's move on to floor 64. Green, green, red. We'll keep the same team. So there you go, floor 64, 6 minutes and 6 seconds. Let's move on to floor 65. Let's go back to Yoshi there and continue on. Alright, so floor 65, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Moving on to floor 66, and we'll just continue on. Alright, as you can see here, we are going to fail, so we're just going to go ahead and stop and figure out what we think might work. So floor 66. Whew. 28 plus minutes there, but we had to manual that second floor quite a bit. Let's move on to 67. Okay, what do I got? Green, green, blue, blue, blue. We're going to drop Lydia out here again and go back to our bellower. And this shouldn't be near as bad. Alright, so back down to reasonable 523 for floor 67. Moving on to floor 68. All reds there. Don't want Akoth. Let's switch back to Yoshi for this. And hopefully she'll land some of her stuns. So floor 68 and 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Let's move on to 69. We're going to go back with Akoth because he, like I said, he has a better chance of placing all of the or the HP burns on all champions. That'll help run the damage down quicker than Yoshi. So floor 69 in 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Moving on. Let's see, Drexar, Sil, Melga, okay. So we're going to run this team, but I'm going to come back to it because I know at least Melga and Drexar I took some gear off of. So we will come back to this. Alright, we got their gear back on them, so we're going to go ahead and start the boss. So there you go. Another spider, floor 70 on Doom Tower Hard. 11 minutes and 50 seconds. And we got it complete. I believe I showed this builds before, so we won't go into any of the builds. I think I showed the Lydia, yeah. So we don't need to worry about any builds, at least not for there. Let's see if maybe this secret room is doable. Let's give it a shot. Cargrave's built. Archmage. Still an arena. I think Venomage is. Underpriest is a little slow. Let's try Cornelia. She might be way too fast, but we'll give this a shot and see what happens. So Secret Room 7 done in 5 minutes, and we're up to a total of 8 for Euros there. But so there you go. I'll meet you back over at the bastion there, and we'll show you those builds real quick. Alright, so first off we got Under Priest Brogni. He's got one immortal set, and the rest is all broken up. He's just basically been a test build from a test build in Clan Boss, which is sad, but I have a budget unkillable, so. But he's at 46,000 HP, 2,700 attack, 2,500 defense, 171 speed, 96% crit rate, 232% crit damage, and no accuracy or resistance. Again, he's built for Clan Boss. He is fully booked, but he's got a chance, 60% chance to place an HP burn on his A1. All attacks, 75% chance of removing a random buff from the enemies, booked up to 100%. Of course, the big skill here is 100% chance of removing a random buff from all allies, and increases the value of shield buffs on allies by 30% of the damage inflicted. Is a 3 places a block debuffs and a 50% increase attack on all allies. Also places a shield buff on allies for 2 turns equal to 30% of this champion's max HP, and this shield buff cannot be removed. So that's what makes him special there for Clan Boss, but helpful in others. Whenever an ally under a shield buff is attacked, reflects 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield back to the attacker. Also heals that ally by 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield. So very helpful there. Could be helpful in arena and everything, but you know, every situation there. Increases ally resist in Doom Tower battles by 60%. It's alright if you need that. His masteries, again, kind of built for Clan Boss. Came down here, but ended up on Giant Slayer. And then took the extra HP because you don't want him to be targeted. So stun target. And a Master Hexer there to increase that HP burn if needed. That's Brogni. Cornelia, we've been through her. Offensive side, down to War Master. Not really for Clan Boss, but to get the maximum damage out of her. And then down to Spirit Haste here, because she's built to solo the Griffin, and I think I can't remember what else. Anyway, her skills: 40% chance increasing cooldown of one skills, 100% place sleep on all enemies, and then a chance of placing fear when the sleep's removed. Can place sleep on someone, herself or another ally. And it can fill their turn meter and heal them as well. Speed in all battles by 18. Just a little bit of a speed set. Again, 50,000 HP, 3,000 defense, 277 speed, and 400 resistance. Venomage we've not seen before. He's still built for way back early Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. And lifesteal and accuracy. A little over 43,000 HP, 3,200 in defense, 194% speed, 100 crit rate, not much, 93% crit damage, and 252 accuracy. Again, built for Clan Boss. Back when. Is booked. Attacks 2 times, decreases target max HP by 75% of the damage inflicted under heal reduction buff. Each hit also has a chance of activating up to 2 poisons on the target. Attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing decreased defense for 2 turns. Also has a 75% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns. If the target is under a poison debuff, books up to 100% on a 3-turn cooldown. That's why he's good for clan boss. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a heal reduction debuff for 3 turns. Also has a 75% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns. Books up to 100% again on 3-turn cooldown. So you put on the poisons. Now you land increased defense and attack. And heal reduction. Enemies under heal reduction debuffs inflict 15% less damage. So not going to do you much good in unkillable or anything, but if you're in a non-unkillable clan boss team, Venomage is very good. Increase accuracy in all battles by 45. That can also help. Like I said, he's built for clan boss, so we just came down here to War Master, and then we went with accuracy. And then, of course, we want to land his heal reduction and potentially keep it on longer, especially the poisons and the decreased defense. So, and then an extra chance of landing those. That's Venomage, Archmage. We'll just go over his masteries real quick this way. Kind of typical clan boss build. Then came over here for a little bit of accuracy, but went with Laura Steel and Cycle of Magic to reduce cooldowns, and then Lasting Gifts for a chance to extend the duration of buffs cast by this champion. And you'll see here, so he attacks one enemy, fills the turn meter by 10%, 20% if it's critical. Attacks one enemy, also attacks all other enemies if the first attack is critical, so you want to build him with crit rate. And then if the second hit has a 50% chance of placing stun debuff for 1 turn. After attacking, decreases the turn meters of each enemy without a stun by 20%. So the first attack's not going to land a stun, but he could potentially stun all the rest of them. This is what makes Archmage real nice, especially in Fire Knight. He's doggone helpful, and Doom Tower. Definitely a lot of CC control there. And let's see, 60, 70, so books up to 75, and then with the masteries we can get it up to 80%. The other masteries for extending, because he places a 30% increased speed, increased crit rate, and increased crit damage on all allies. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, only 2 turns. He's real great with Seer, and whoever you're built, if you can get through the waves in 2 turns or whatever, you don't have to build 100% crit rate. You can go 70%, plus you get that 30% speed boost. And he's immune to turn meter decreasing effects, so you can't reduce his turn meter. And of course, speed in arena battles by 17%. I don't know what the hell this ore is about, but there you go. Speed set and divine speed set. 47,000 plus HP, 1,700 attack, 3,000 defense. He is pretty fast at 251. Of course, you want 100% crit rate. Don't go 99. Do the 100. And accuracy to land those stuns and stuff. So 249 accuracy. That is Archmage. Gorgrab. Oh, is he my carry in Undead Hordes? He's almost necessary. Double speed set. 51,000 HP. I want him to have high HP, not be targeted. You'll see why. Support champ, so 2,500 attack, 3,400 defense. So you really want those two up. 253 speed. Because you're probably going to be using a Marina. You're not really caring too much about the rest of it. He's not a damage dealer. But his skills, and he's booked. Chance of removing a buff, so 75% chance. So you might want to put some accuracy on him if you want that. But the big thing, fills turn meter of all allies by 15% and places a 50% increase attack buff on all allies. Comes in handy in arena and faction wars and wherever else you might use them. But his big thing revives any dead allies with 25% HP, and then heals all allies by 25%. And of course you can get some extra healage on a 5-turn cooldown. Kind of a long cooldown, but he can revive everybody. So if your whole team is wiped and he's still alive, that's why you build him as a high HP tank. And there you go. And then 23% speed aura and arena. Since he doesn't do much damage, I gave him defense, chance to counterattack, and Cycle of Revenge for turn meter control. Gave him HP. If they're dead, you want Spirit Haste to speed them up real quick and try and revive them. And then of course I went with more HP because he was built for faction wars and I wanted him to survive. Boy did he come in clutch, but yeah. Anyway, so those are the champions for the secret room, and we finished Doom Tower 70 hard there. So have a nice day.